Emily the Stirling Engine watched sadly as the big new express engines left with their fast trains. Back in the day, Emily had used to express trains herself and was even called a racehorse. She even took place in the races to the north, but that was a long time ago. The express coaches are much heavier now, so Emily is just confined to light goods trains now. She doesn't mind it, but she would love to be on the main line again, going flying down the line. One night at the sheds, Flying Scotsman came back from his route early.
"You have broken the record again, Scotsman," his driver said to him. "I know," Scotsman said. "I'm the fastest engine in the world." Gordon snorted. "I'm the same type of engine as you. I can go just as fast." "You couldn't." "Yes, I could." "Stop arguing, you two," Emily said, "and get to sleep. Don't you guys have a long route to King's Cross tomorrow?" "As if you would know anything about speed," Gordon and Scotsman said together. "You're just a slow old engine with nothing better to do than to take light goods trains to and there." Emily was offended. "For your information, guys, I did the same as you back in my day. I was a racer." Scotsman snarled. "You a racer? You're just as slow as the rocket locomotive." "What? Stephen is a rocket locomotive and he's a single. I have way bigger wheels than him." "Big wheels doesn't make a difference. Mine are smaller than yours and I'm twice as fast. And more reliable." "That's right," Gordon added. "We both were built to replace you old engines. We need to get to places on time, not take our time." "Bye." Gordon followed behind. "I'll race you there," he said, and the two engines went to fetch their coaches. Emily backed up to her freight cars. She had to wait for the two engines to go first, as their trains ran faster. "Now you'll see what real speed is," Flying Scotsman said. "You'll see why they'll call me the Flying Scotsman." Yes, Emily sighed. "I hear about it every day." The guard's whistle blew, and Flying Scotsman took off with the start. With a flash of green, he was gone, and Gordon followed. "Hey, wait up!" Emily sighed. Well, goods trains are just as important as express trains. Flying Scotsman was making impressive time. His wheels pounded the rails, and his passengers were impressed. But Scotsman began to feel a little strange. As he started climbing the hill, steam began to leak from his pistons. He was losing strength and steam. "Come on, Scotsman," his driver said. "We're almost there." He came to a complete standstill on the hill. "What are we going to do now?" said the passengers. "We're going to be late." "We'll have to send for another engine," the driver said. Scotsman was impatient. "Can't you fix it, driver?" "No," said the driver. "You'll have to be sent to the works at Doncaster." "Any other engines coming, fireman?" the driver asked. "Not that I know of. Gordon passed by earlier." "Gordon? He's ahead of me?" "Well, you slowed down on the hill, so I assumed so." "Wait. Isn't Emily coming up the hill with her slow goods?" "She'll never make it up the hill anyway," Flying Scotsman said. "She's only a single." "Shut up!" his driver said. "This is no time to be funny. We're stuck on the main line with a goods train coming up behind us. Emily will have to go and push." "Emily?" Emily was chugging along merrily with her slow goods train, unaware that Scotsman was stopped on the hill ahead. At the next station, she was flagged down.
What's the matter? Emily asked.
Flying Scotsman is stuck on the hill. He needs a push. They don't have much time left before the big event. Will you help? I can try, Emily promised. My wheels aren't very good at pulling or pushing heavy trains.
That's a good engine, the station master said. Leave your train here. Emily was excited. She was going to help a train up the hill. Not only just a train, an express train. Emily backed up carefully to Scotsman and his train. Peep, peep, I'm ready, Emily cheered.
No use, Scotsman said.
With a cheerful toot and a chuff, Emily started to set off. Her wheels slipped as she tried to grip the rails.
You'll hurt yourself, Flying Scotsman said.
Come on, Emily, her driver said. Give it one more shot, old girl. Emily mustered up all her strength. She remembered pulling express trains back when she was a young engine. Her driver applied sand to the rails, and suddenly, Emily's wheels started to move.
It was such a sight! The whole train was being pulled up the hill by a Stirling single.
People passing by on the mountain stopped to watch this amazing scene. Emily's big wheels strained, but she still kept going.
Scotsman was so embarrassed he couldn't even open his eyes. Finally, they made it to the top and back down.
You've got it, girl, you've got it, her driver said. Emily confidently pulled the train all the way to the station. I've done it, Emily panted. Scotsman started to change his feelings toward Emily. You've got it, he cheered for her. With one final effort, Emily made it to the station.
Gordon was surprised. Emily? What happened, Scotsman?
I broke down on the hill and Emily came to help me. Isn't she kind? Emily smiled. I didn't know that she was that fast. Look, we had 5 minutes left. She got us here in time. With no help from you at all? Gordon asked. I did it all on my own. Emily was out of breath, but very proud of herself. Well done, the station master said. Would you like to pull express trains sometimes, Emily? That would be wonderful, if that's okay with Gordon and Scotsman. Gordon and Scotsman thought. Of course, we could use a break sometimes from pulling the express. It would be nice to slow down for a change. Then that's settled, the station master said. Off you go to your sheds. Emily and Gordon helped Scotsman back to their sheds.
Back at the sheds, Gordon was asleep first. Scotsman spoke to Emily. Hey, he said, thanks for saving me today. That was really nice of you. You didn't have to do that after those things I said to you. Well, Emily said, that's what friends do for each other. That's true, Scotsman said. Your big wheels are splendid. They let you go pretty darn fast for being that old. Emily laughed. 85 miles an hour is pretty impressive for 1877. Scotsman laughed. Yeah. I'm glad that you got the chance to show how your worth today. You deserve to be called Stirling Scotsman after what you've done today.
So, for then on, whenever the big engines needed a break from the express, Emily took over and kept just as record time almost as the bigger engines. Scotsman doesn't mind going slow every once in a while. It's a nice break to help his aching axles. Even though Emily isn't as fast, she still keeps the time on track just as well as Flying Scotsman. The passengers even started calling her Stirling Scotsman because of how impressive she performed. So if you've ever gotten the chance to visit the Great Northern Railway, you might be lucky enough to see Emily the Stirling Scotsman fly by. The end.